Okay, so we are going to continue our lesson on the geometry. Like I told you, the geometry is a very broad topic. It has a lot of subtopics. So today we are going to continue to study how to calculate for the volume of a prism. We are going to learn how to calculate the volume of a prism. And this type of prism is what? It's going to be a rectangular prism. We are going to learn how to calculate the volume of a given rectangular prism. So we shall also be learning how to calculate the volume of a triangular prism. Some of the prisms, the base is going to be called triangular. Now, let me chip in this. The base area of any prisms determine the name that you give to that prism. So if the base is a triangle, we say it's a triangular prism. If the base is also a rectangle, then we say it's a rectangular prism. And then we shall also be learning volume of pyramid and the rest. But for today's lesson, we are going to pay our attention on only the rectangular prism. Good. Now, before we do that, now if you guys may remember, when we were learning how to find the area of the geometric figures, for example, like the square, we learned that we were using the units like if you have centimeter times centimeter. Don't forget, to find the area of any geometrical figure, we are going to use two dimensional figures. So we have, for example, centimeter times what? This is going to give us how much? What can I tell you? If you multiply centimeter by this, what do you get? So you get centimeter square. Okay, so this is for the area. When we are finding the area of any geometrical figure. But today's lesson, we are going to find the volume of the 3 dimension. That's the 3D. So if you have, let's say, so for the volume, it's going to be, let's say, centimeter times centimeter, then times centimeter. That will give us how much? Now? So it's going to give us centimeters cube. Okay? This is not plus, this is multiplication. So centimeter times centimeter times centimeter is going to give us centimeter cube. Now for the area, we are using the centimeter square. So the units can be any units. It can be, let's say, meters. So meter times meter will give us meters cube. Okay, good. Now, the formula that we are going to use to find the volume of any rectangular prism is this. We say the volume is equal to what? Length times width times the height. So this is the formula that we use to calculate for the volume of rectangular prism. So that is, the volume is length times, so for example, this will be the length. Or we don't forget, the length is the long distance. So we have the length, and this will be the width. So here is the width. And this may be on the height. This is the height. So this will be the 3-dimensional figure, that's the 3D. So length times the width times the height. Are you with me? Good. Now, so that will be the formula for finding the volume of a rectangular prism. Now, it is not always that you are going to be asked to find the volume. Sometimes in the question, the volume will be given to you, and then you may be asked to find either the height or the length. It depends on the way the question will be asked. So if you are given the volume and then you have to find the length, it means they are going to give you the weight and then the height. But what we are going to do is this: just plug in the values, just plug in, first quote the formula, and then you plug in the figures. And then you use the simple equation that we have learned so many times. You apply the simple equation to find the missing what? Either the missing length or the weight or whatever. So that is what we are going to begin. So I have a reward for anybody who write a very good note. So that's why I'm giving you guys the handout. So take your time, take your highlighter and highlight some important concepts in the notes. I will come and inspect your notes, and I have a gift for you. I have a gift for anybody who will give me a very nice note. So let's start. Now, so it says a base 10 flat has the dimensions shown. Describe how you could find the amount of space. Now, if you look at this one, we have been given this rectangular prism, and we are asked to find the volume of all the 4 sets. If you look at the first one is given to us. This is the first one. You're going to use the wrist. So look at, we have the first one this is the first one, second one, third, and then the fourth. So here quote the formula. We do the volume. Don't forget, this is the shape of what? A rectangular prism. And we have learned that the volume of any rectangular prism is what? Is length times the weight times the height. So to find we are giving, there are many, 4 of them. So to find all the 4, first find the first one. We are going to first find this first one, and then we are going to multiply it by 4. So if you look at the formula, we have the length. Look at the length is how much? Who can tell me the length? Yes, it's 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeters. Then times, what is the weight? Look at the weight.
1 centimeter.
Also 5 centimeters.
Oh, you said good.
Then this will be the height. But the height is also, this length is also the height. So the height is how much?
1 centimeter.
It's 1 centimeters. So if you multiply 5, so what is 5 times 5? And 25 times 1 is what? 25. So we have 25 centimeters. Don't forget it's what? Centimeters or cube. Because we have 3 of the centimeters.
Yep.
So this has been the first one. So this is our. So here, if we just find the volume of the single one, of the single tree. So this is the volume of the single tree. So to find the 4 of them, what do we do? Who can tell me? So this one, so this 25 centimeters cube multiplied by what? The 4. Good. And that will give us how much? So multiply 25 by 4. Yes,
100.
you didn't get to us, sorry. Come down. Yes, Reza.
100 centimeters cubed.
That is 100 centimeters cube. So this will give us 100 centimeter cube. That will give us the 4. Okay, so let's try to quickly get some small notes about the rectangular prism. So we are saying volume is the amount of three-dimensional space. So volume is the amount of three-dimensional space occupied by what? Occupied by an object. So this is just to give us an idea of the definition of what? A volume. So we are saying a volume is the amount of three-dimensional space occupied by an object. If you say three-dimensional space, we mean the length, the width, and then the height. That is what is called the three-dimensional. Okay? And then volume can also be referred to as what? As capacity. So another word or term that we can use for volume is called capacity. Now let's go to the base. Let's go to the base of the prism. So we are saying the base of a three-dimensional object names the shape. If you look at this shape, I call this one a rectangular prism because of the shape of the base. So if you say the base of a three-dimensional object names the shape, this what? That is the meaning. If you look at the shape of the base, who can tell me the shape of the base? The shape of the base is what? Is rectangle. So if the shape of the base is, let's say, a triangle, then we shall call it what? A triangular prism. But because it is not a triangle, but it's a rectangle, it is called a rectangular prism. So we normally name the prism by the shape of the base. And then we are saying a prism has two bases. If you can see, we have the base down and then the base top. So a prism has two bases which are parallel. They are parallel to each other, and they do not touch each other, and they do not touch. Okay, and then the area of the base is represented by B, where the B is what? We know the B to be the length times the width. This B stands for the base area. The B is the base area, and we know the base area is the length times the width. That will give us the base area. But to find the volume, as we have just learned, we know the volume is always what? Is always the base area, which is the length times the width, then times what? The height. You know the volume is equal to what? The base area, which is the length times the width, then times the height. Like I told you, I have a gift for anybody who is going to show me a very nice and neat nose. I'll give you that gift. So take care the way you are making your nose. Alright, now it says the next exercise we are going to shade the bases of the prisms below. And then we are going to identify the shape of the base and calculate the area of the base. So for this exercise, we are just going to calculate the area of the base, just the base. And we all know how to find the area of the base. Now, so I'm going to highlight the first one. Look at, I would like all of you to also do the same thing. Now look at the first one. Who can tell me the shape for the base? What is the shape for the base? Is the shape square, rectangle, triangle? Yes, it's a rectangle. So right here, rectangle. So because the two bases are rectangle, then we are going to name this prism as what? A rectangular prism. So rectangular prism. And how do you find the base? So if you know this base stands for the base area. So how do you find the base area? And you know the base area is determined as what? As the base area is equal to what? Length times the width. Don't forget always the length is the long distance of the side. So the length is what? Is 9 centimeters. So 9 centimeters times what is the width? This is the width. What is the width? The width is what? 4.5. So please punch 9 times 4.5. What? Yes. What do you get?
40.5.
That is 40.5 centimeters square. Don't forget to add the square. Don't forget to label your answer. This area. So here becomes 40.5 centimeters square. Okay, so also pick your highlighter and highlight the base and tell me the shape. Have you done that?
Yes.
Who has finished? So what shape did you get? Right, yes. It's rectangle. This one is also, if you look at the shape is rectangle. So the base shape is what? It's also rectangle. So because it's rectangle, how are you going to name this prism? Yes, right. It's rectangular prism. Very good. So you name it as rectangular prism. Kina, very good. I like that. Yep. Okay. So how do we find the base area? Don't forget, we know the base area is always equal to the length times the width. So who can tell me the length of this figure? Yes. 16. Yeah, that is the 16. So 16 yard times what will be the width? Sage.
7.
Very good. It's also 7. So multiply 60 by 7. What do you get?
112 centimeters per square.
Very good. Very good. That will give you 112 yard square. Don't forget, yard times yard will give you yard square. Then let's also highlight the base for the third prism, so that we can name this prism. Now, if you look at the diagram, we are lucky we have been given the dimension. And the dimensions, we have the weight is 8.5. And then also the other, all the sides are 8.5. So what does this tell you? Yes, right. It is square. Very good. So the shape of the base is square. So if we have a prism whose base, the shape is a square, how do you call that prism? Again, that's cube. Very good. I like that. That's cube. So this will give us a cube. Any question about how to name the prism? How to name the prism? Okay. Then let's go to the volume. So let's go to the volume. So we are saying volume can be determined by finding the area of the base, which we have learned something. So we know the base is always equal to length times the width, and multiply by the height. Now this is the same as the length times width times the height. So this is just a way of knowing what is happening here. So the base, we know the base is going to be there. So this will give us the volume. Okay, so this V stands for the volume. And you know the volume is gonna be what? The volume is what? The volume is gonna be the length times the weight times the height. And then we also know that the volume is also known as what? As the base times the height. This length times the weight is the base area, and it times the height. Where the B stands for what? The B is the area of the base. Area of the base. Who can tell me the H? The H is the height. Very good. The H is the height. So in all what this is telling us is about what? The volume of the volume, which it is known as what? Length times weight times the height. That is the most important thing that you guys have to take note here. I'm giving you 2 minutes to get your notes down before we go to the next page, where we are going to learn how to use the formula to calculate for the volume, or how to use the formula to calculate for the height, or how to use the formula to calculate for any of the missing of the dimension given to us. Any question before we move on? Yeah. Please, any question before we move on? Okay, so let's turn to the next page. Have you all got your notes ready?
Yes.
Okay, so go to the next page. Okay, so we are going to use our understanding of the formula to calculate for the volume of these three 3Ds. So here it says use your understanding of the volume of rectangular prism to solve for the questions below. So before you start, always quote the formula first. So we know the volume of the rectangular prism is what? Is equal to length times weight times the height. Okay, who can tell me the length? What is the length? Always the length is the long side. What is the length? 15. Because of space, I cannot add the feet. But after we are done, we shouldn't forget about the feet. So 15 then times, what is the weight?
10.
The 10. So this is the weight at the 10. And what will be the height? Yes, 12. This is the height, the 12. So this is very simple. Just know how the dimensions have been labeled, and then you plug in the values. Now, if you multiply these 3 numbers, what do you get?
1,800.
That again?
1,800.
So you get 1,800. And don't forget to use the feet. So that is the feet. Is feet square or feet cube?
Cube.
Feet square or feet cube?
Cube.
Cube. So don't forget to label it, please. If you don't label it, I will deduct half against you. I mean your score. So that's it. Any question? If you guys have understood, give me a thumbs up. Good job. Then let's go to the next question. So quote the formula. Volume is equal to length times weight times the height. So we know the volume is equal to, what is the length?
20.
The length is 20. 21 or 20?
41.
It's 21. Times, what will be the weight? This is the weight. Yes, H.
21.
Also 21. What will be the height? This is the height. The height is given to us as what?
6.1.
6.1. So 6.1. I hope everybody is making the notes. This is what you guys are carrying home as your math notes. So make sure you are writing everything. So if we multiply these three numbers, so 21 times 21, 10 times 6.1. Yes, right.
Yeah, 2,698.
So you get how much?
2,698.1.
Very good. Like 2,600 and then to 1.1.
Sorry.
0.1 millimeters cube. Don't forget that. Any question? Question?
No.
Then I'm giving you 3 minutes. Do the 6th one. Because I haven't finished the 6th one. Good. I'll come and check. Do the 6th one, and then I will do the 7th, and then I will allow you guys to do the 8th and then the 9th. So I want someone to do. Everybody is doing question number 6 first before we move on. Let's see if you are finished. Very good, very good. That was very good. Yes, let me see yours. Please try to show working. It should be step by step by step. Don't just tell me the answer. Just show me the work. Very good. I like that. Good job. Yes. Are you okay? Let me see yours. Yes. Very good. But don't forget to add the key.
Q.
Yeah. Know how to label your answer. Dominic, do you still need an extra hand? Let's start with this. Just go to the formula. Say the volume. So where's the length? Leave the length. So see, length 4. Where is the width? Leave the width. 2. Where is the height? Leave the height. 9, 4. So what part is that? Let's look at the answer here. Okay, so get your calculator. Okay. Very good. Very good. Good job. Yeah. Can see your two. I like the way some of you are showing their work. It's good to show your work. That is great. Good job. Good job. I like that. Good. All right. Yes, let me see yours too. What is it? Yes. Yeah. Just keep. Any other? Yes, let me see the so this is 4 times 2 times the 9. This one is what 9.25.
9.25.
Yeah. 4 times 2 times 9.25. 4 times 2 is 8, right?
Times
225. 9.25. 25. That give you how much?
74 inches.
Good. So 74. Very good. Very good. So this one to change this one to be 12 inches. So Okay, so please, for question number 8, don't change this one to be 12 inches. It is not 1 feet. Write 12 inches. Write 12 inches. So we have 24 inches, x, and then 12 inches. Cancel the 1 feet. Now I'm going to solve question 7, and then I will allow you guys to do 8 and the 9. Now if you look at question 7, we have been given the volume. They gave us the volume. Who can tell me the volume? What is the volume? Yes. Good, that is a 408 cubic inches. And what are we asked to find? What are we going to find? So we are asked to find the height of the prism. So here, watch me. I'm just going to quote the formula, and then I'm going to put in the values, and then I'm going to apply my simple equation to help me to find the height. So look here. So we know the volume given to us is how much? Is 408. Now anytime a question of this nature is given to you, underline the important key. So here it says the volume, it has a volume of this. So underline these ones. And then what is the height? So we are asked to find the height. So underline this. So what is the height? So I'm just going to put the formula. I know the volume is equal to what? Length times weight times the height. We are being given the volume. The volume has been given to us as what? 408. So put the volume under the where there is a volume. So 408 is equal to, do you know the length? Look at the length. This is the length. It's how much?
8.
It's 8 inches. So we have 8. Then times. Do you know the weight? This is the weight. What is the weight?
3.4.
So it's 3.4. Do you know the height?
No.
No. So you put the h here. You put the h. So the h is gonna be the subject for the equation. So just apply the simple equation. So multiply 8 by 3.4. So you know 408, which is the volume, is equal to, so what do you get right? 27.2. Then times the height. So that will give us 27.2 on h. And don't forget, this h is multiplying the 27.2. And don't forget, we have learned in equation that to find the h, we are going to find the inverse of what is happening here. We are going to find the inverse of the operation. So who can tell me why is the operation right now here? Why is the operation here? It's multiplication. So I want the inverse or the opposite of the multiplication. Is what? Is division. Very good. You guys are amazing. So we are going to divide this one by 27.2. And who can tell me in equation, if you do something on the right hand side, what must you do to the other side? Sage, we are dividing this side by 27.2. What am I going to do to this 408? Also divide by what number?
27.2.
God. Also this by saying 27.2. So 27.2 will cancel 27.2 on this side. And then we are now leaving the h alone. So the h, which is the height, is this. So divide 408 by 27.2. Yes, h?
15.
15. So this will give us 15. 15 what? Don't forget to label it. 15 inches. So that is the height. So if you guys were very observant, I just quote the formula. I put in what is given to me, and then I use simple equation to solve for what is not given to me. So what was not given to us was the height. And with the application of the equations, we were able to get the value of the height. So you guys are going to use the same principle, the same idea, to calculate for the x, which is the width. So they want you to find the value of this one. So do question number 8. I'll be coming around to see your answer. And if you are able to finish the 8, go and do question 9 too. So do question 8. Show me the way you are getting your answer. Don't just tell me x is this, no. Follow my steps. I want to see all the, how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost about 6 steps. I want to come and see all these steps. The step that you are using to get the value of the x for me. Don't just tell me x is that or that. Please show me how you are getting the value of the x. Have you got them already? Okay, let's see yours. Very good, very good. But don't forget to play good. Yes, let me see yours too. So do question 9. Very good. Yes. Good job. So do question 9. Give me that 5. Good job. I like that. Cool. So do question 9. Very good. Yes. Let me see yours too. Oh, beautiful. So do question 9. Are you struggling? Right, are you finished? Question 9 needs abstract thinking, so think very deep before you can do question 9.
No, so 100.5 and then when I round it with an 8,
Yeah.
it's the same.
So for this one, let me see. So what do you want to do?
I was just curious because will we round it up or
Now, so what are you dividing for? You are dividing this one by what?
the volume by 27.
So where did they get this one? This 27.2 from?
I multiplied 24 and 12.
So the volume given to you is this, right? Mm-hmm. It goes to the length. This is the length. The length is 24. Now, that is that is this one. So this is divided.
Is it 9.5?
It's 9.5. So, because of time, if you go and do question 9. Question 9 is given to you as homework.
Is it 4 grades?
Of course, yeah. I will give you. Thank you very much.